We are making a couple of wedding cards today, just a simple fun fold.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to sunnydaystamping.com. I'm Julie Baca, and I'm so glad that you're here. We're making a super simple fun fold, but we are making some smart little tweaks to it. So you're still going to get that like wow factor when people open up the card. I'm also going to show you 3 different ways to do the ribbon for this card. I got a hack for you to make it easy. Oh, and if you're new to my channel, first, welcome. But also, all the projects that I do on here, I've got a corresponding blog post over on my blog. That's where I'm going to share all the measurements, so you can head on over there after the video. So let's get started.
Now, when you're designing your card, start with your pretty designer series paper. I'm going to be using the Perennial Lavender. This has been so incredibly popular, it is carrying over to the new catalog. I'm pairing it with the Classic Wedding. I need some wedding cards. I always have a ton of weddings to go to over the summer, and so I am stocking up. This is awesome. I love this just classic, wonderful car with some great sentiments to go with it. And then the die set, you can use this without the die set, but the die has all kinds of things going on with it. We aren't going into all of that today, but it does have things to like cut out the bumper and like layer on different images. We are just going to use it to cut out some simple images, because with this card, you're going to be able to use just your scissors if you don't want to use the dies. One thing I absolutely love about this stamp set is that you can use this huge outline to, you can color it in with Stampin' Blends markers or whatever. But if you need quick cards like I do right now, the stamp fills in this whole card. We're keeping the supplies really simple for this project. I just picked 3 colors out of that designer series paper. I'm going to use one of them to fill in the car. Those are going to be the only colors I use for all the example cards that I'm going to show you at the end. Also, stick around to the end because I'm going to show you how to decorate a gift bag also. So just ink up this image and then kind of line it up over the outline stamp and stamp it in. And check that out. On the stamp, it has that modeling. You can see how it's kind of rough in some parts and smooth in others, and that's going to give that dimension, and bam, like so quick, you have your main focal point colored in. Now I'm going to use this color to color in the windows, but you don't want to stamp it full strength. It would be way too dark. You want to stamp it off and then color in the windows like that. And then for the tires, just you can use black or gray, but I'm going to use black. And if you stamp off black, you're going to get gray. So that is going to give you, you don't have to buy another color. And even on that stamp, there's some etching just to give it like dimension, but with just a 1-second fill in. This would look gorgeous colored in, but this is just the quick option. Now, there are so many different elements that you can choose to decorate your car. I'm going to show you one we're going to do together, and then I've got other examples to show you. For this one, we just need some greenery. I'm just going to stamp it up here, and we're going to cut this out. Now, choose one of those cute little sentiments and just stamp it right directly on there. Oh, no! I messed up! Oh, no, oh, no. Let me see. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to line this up. Oh, I didn't quite line it up. You can see just a little double. That bugs me. I'm going to redo this. I'll be back. Now I'm going to be using the dies to cut these out. But if you don't have the dies, you can use your scissors. Using scissors is not my favorite. You would have to just like freehand cut a large heart there. And now I'm going to use the die to cut out this greenery. And I'm just using a Post-it note to hold it in place just so it doesn't shift when I run it through the machine. So this just quickly and easily cuts out these things. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take these 2 pieces of wreath and then glue the large heart in between them. I'm doing this on my craft sheet, my silicone craft sheet, just so the glue is on the craft sheet and not on my work surface. And then once that dries, you can just rub it off. So save these elements for later. These are going to go on the front of our card. And so let's make the card. So I told you this is a very, very simple fun fold, but we're going to do a couple things just to make it different. We're going to turn this so that it opens this way instead of this way, just for fun, but you don't have to do it that way. Go ahead and burnish that down real good. If you're on my email list, check your email. I just emailed this out. These project sheets are so handy because they've got the measurements right here, the instructions, the supplies, and you can just have them right there while you're cutting everything out and putting it together. I also share all of these measurements on my blog post, sunnydaystamping.com. So if you want this and you're not on my email list, go ahead and sign up. Also, while you're there, give me a thumbs up if you like my videos. It helps me out so much. And now take your piece of designer series paper and glue it completely, like don't cut this one, and glue that in the inside of your card. Actually, nope, don't do that. I'm gonna see if I can wipe this off. I wanted to show you some ribbon tacks first. I told you I would. I was totally getting ahead of myself. Okay, let me just show you this part, but we aren't gonna glue it down yet. So the second way to just kind of make this simple fun fold pretty cool is to keep this designer series paper intact, because you don't really expect to see a full piece of designer series paper on the inside. And then on the front, we're gonna take from this same pattern a little piece and we're gonna glue it to the edge here so that this looks like a full piece of designer series paper. But then it's going to unexpectedly open and we're going to have our message right here. But what we're going to do is add some ribbon. And I've got a couple ways of doing that. But for this example, what we're going to do is we're going to wrap this in ribbon. We're going to have the ribbon going across the middle of both of these. Okay, so you can use like a line in your work surface or just guess. I'm just kind of using that to make sure I kind of have the middle. So I'm just going to cut a piece of ribbon that is just a little wider than both of these pieces here. And now instead of gluing those on, I like to use tape. I put a tape on this end and then I put a tape on this end. And so now I'm going to put my ribbon in the middle of this piece. Whoops. Then pick it up and kind of hold the ribbon where it should go. And then wrap it and stick it on the back. I just find that easier than glue, but you do it how is easiest for you. Now I'm going to do the same thing with this piece. Now I kind of want to make sure that this is going to be in one line here. This is going to help with the illusion and the wow. So now we can glue this to the inside of our card. Actually, before I show you that, I'm gonna sneak peek you another example. This one does not have the ribbon going all the way across. This one is using the ribbon to keep the card closed. So in this case, actually, I'll just go ahead and open this one for you. In this case, isn't that pretty? And then they untie it to open it. So in this case, the ribbon is actually taped underneath this piece and underneath this piece coming out on either side so that it can be tied on one side. So you would tape the ribbon underneath here. That honestly did not end up being my favorite way. That was my original way, but then I'm like, that was too hard to tie and untie. so I'm like, I gotta think of a different way. Now, make sure this piece is not centered on the front. We want it flush against this left side. That's going to help with our illusion. And then I take my bone folder and mush it down, making sure that glue is nice in a nice thin line. Now glue the inside in. You also do not expect to see ribbon on the inside of a card. So that is cool too. So I'm just going to double check and make sure that ribbon is going to line up perfectly. Yes, that works. Turn it over and rub your bone folder on there. to get that to lay down really perfectly. Now we're going to adhere our car, but you don't want to put glue all over your car and just stick it on here because then you can't open up the card. We want to put it on just the one side that it's going to attach to the flap, but then center the car so that it looks like the card doesn't do anything. But then they'll see that it's popped up and then they can open it. And we're going to put a message right there. Now this little cute little element, we're going to go ahead and attach it with some Stampin' Dimensionals. You can cut up your big Stampin' Dimensionals, or they do have mini ones, which are perfect for this little situation here. So just going to pop this up a bit, and I'm going to put it right here in the corner. Now we'll keep the inside of the card real simple. Just add another one of those little sentiments. And then hearts. Hearts are perfect. Now go ahead and grab your envelope and go ahead and take those hearts and put them all along this edge of your envelope. Then take that scrap paper and slide it underneath, and we're going to finish stamping hearts all around on the envelope flap. Now we've got a perfectly matching envelope. Let's do the bag also. But you know what? I better glue this on or it's going to get lost. Now, when you glue on the inside panel, make sure it's centered. That one does not need to be flush. Ah, I love it. Now, you can grab I grabbed these white bags off Amazon. I can put the link for you so you can get the exact ones. Mine came in a pack of 3 different sizes. This was the medium size. And what is so awesome about this big stamp is that it really makes an impression on this big, I mean, this is a fairly big bag, but look, it fills it up and makes it look awesome. So I am not going to think of anything new. I'm going to take this exact thing and put it on my bag. So to save time, I probably should have done this at the same time I was stamping this. So when you go to do yours, you can do that. Now we're going to put a little just married. Now, unlike our card that has these cut out, we are just going to stamp them on here. Maybe we'll put it this way. But we'll go ahead and cut out another heart. I used the dies to cut that out and put it right there. So look at that. Wasn't that so quick to make a really cool fun fold matching bag set? So let me show you the other example cards, but also the 3 ways to do that ribbon. All right, so here is another set using that simple ribbon technique. This is use the banner from that die set to cut out that banner. This is that same designer series paper. I just wanted this one to be pretty plain and then made the matching bag for this. The second way to do that ribbon is to do it exactly how we did it in the example, but then just tie a little piece of scrap ribbon in a knot along this end. So here is this green card. This one is the Lost Lagoon. We're using all the same designer series paper and all the same stamp colors. So this one I copied exactly onto the bag. This is the bigger bag. This is the larger one, but you can see that that car is still so substantial. It looks pretty awesome on there and have this all matching. Now, the last way was when we used the bow to tie our card shut. And then this was one of my prototypes, and I just wanted to give you another color scheme idea. This is petal pink with old olive and red, and I think that works out really awesome. So I hope this design helps you make some really quick fun fold cards for weddings, but man, you could put anything on the front of these for any occasion. You can also use this same stamp set, but just change up the colors, change up the sentiments.
I put out a new card making video every Friday, and I email out the project sheet for that project on Friday morning. So make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel and also subscribe to my email list. That's how you can get those free project sheets. My project sheet is only free for that first week, and then it goes to my tutorial store. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week. Have a sunny day.